I can no longer hide my feelings. I'm here because I'm suffering. I'm starving. Sometimes I will not eat so that the little pure water is there. I can be able to use it to feed my 2 children. My children also is working. I hope she is here. I'm not happy that she was not here. If time has not gone, I can go and bring her. We are suffering. Even to register at public school, they will demand for 20,000 before we can be able to register. And we thought the public school is also a free school. It's no longer a free school. When you get there, they will bill you. Go and bring 30,000, 5,000 for uniform. We have not seen anything Tinubu have done. Please help us to beg him. I'm suffering. And my children also are suffering.
What's her name?
You notice to speak very well. What is your profession?
Me, I was qualified teacher before. I have GC2 and I have NCE. In fact, I've taught at Osibajo school before, Free Liberty School, Aja. There is one at Obanikoro. I was there before. It was when Osibajo entered the second term. They served with the staff, and Pastor Tinubu, Pastor Ngozi at Only Free Parish with him sack all the teachers and put our own people there. That is why since then it has affected me. Even my pension is still there. I'm pension. I'm also pleading to Osibajo to look at me and go and settle it out. I need my pension also. I'm Folake Joy. I'm a professional teacher before. I have GC2 and I have NCE. I went to Adeniran Ogunsoya College of Education. I did part-time program, School of Part-time Study, first SOS. My matric number is PT 07012502.
So anytime these Tinubu guys want to say the economy is growing and bring all these statistics that the man has initially kicked against that is now using to govern a country, these are videos to show to them. And then painfully, I watched that video. I saw that video about 2 months ago, and then something brought it to my attention again, and I thought to talk about it. That's the challenge. So those of you say Jackba don't Jackba, this is the problem. Educated, enlightened mind like this having to be restricted to things that cannot. See, the problem is not that you are doing jobs or you are working or there's dignity in labor. You see that this job that she's doing now, this business she's doing now cannot even sustain her. And that's the problem. That's it. So when somebody as gifted, as educated, as enlightened, as exposed, as energetic, as ready to work. And I know there are very many lazy lads all over the place in the country. But people like this, and then they cannot find a befitting job. It breaks my heart. Look at her, for example. That is a testament. So when you say the economy is okay, I agree, as a matter of sincerity, that Tinubu may not have led us here. But Tinubu has contributed chiefly, majorly to how we got here. First and foremost, the marriage the marriage that brought in Muhammadu Buhari, the worst president ever in the history of this country, the most catastrophic, most inept, wicked, dullest, brainless president ever in the history of this country. Tinubu brought a midwife to that agenda, irrespective of, because of his desperation to have taken over power 8 years. He wanted to bring just anybody that would, and then he brought this man. Sometimes, see, I'm careful. Somebody said that there must be a difference between those of you that are educated doing this job and those not educated. That is the difference. For me personally, I want to actually express how bad I feel about Muhammadu Buhari. So, but then this is social media. For those that are close to me, they know. I can't talk, just the way I mentioned his name now. I don't spend 1 minute talking about how dull that man should, not for any reason, should have been anything, even a security man in Asuro. For any reason, he doesn't have that single capacity. Unfortunately, Tinubu brought him, and then Tinubu. So it's not possible to exonerate Tinubu for where we are, because if you consider, I agree that there was a corruption-fisted government of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, but the economy was growing. A couple of qualitatives, couple of good things. There were some visible, feasible plans in place, and you saw that there was hope for the country. Of course, Buhari came and took us on reverse gear backward, and Tinubu is coming now. Unfortunately, the man is not even helping matter because he himself is confused. He came with his own mindset of thinking what he's going to do, tax, raise revenues, and all of that. Now he has gone to the country. The people are too poor to even pay the tax. So the people who have the purchasing power, unfortunately, which is part of his goal, to even pay, they are now drained. So you see, what that has done is to remove the middle class from the social structure of the society. And when that happens, it is finished, because this middle class did not grow up. They fell under the line and went into the poor class. So there are now too many poor persons in the country, unfortunately. And this is part of the reasons. Imagine somebody like this. Look at how the complaint she has put out. Look at what she has, and then this cannot even feed her, because this cannot even run a home, cannot pay her light bills, cannot pay her rent, and then she has to be like that. This is what I think sincere person should be focusing on. How do we begin? Because all these analysis you guys are putting about statistics, about GDP, about trade, how do they put that language? All of this, for example, do not reflect in the lives of the people. Then you are doing zero. Governance is not about paperwork. It's practical. It's practical. People must feel it. It must show in them. There must be more persons living poverty line, more persons being pulled out of poverty than never before. That is what governance is. That is what governance is. There is no way in the world. Happened in the UK for a while. I see that there are poor people everywhere. But even the poor people still have access to a certain level of life. There is a dignified poverty. You have life. These guys have got cars. Some of them have got homes, and they are poor. They have access to education, access to good health system. Okay, maybe the health system not perfect, so to speak, but then at least there's somebody to listen to you. You get into the hospital without doing so much. Just drop your details, and then at least there's someone to attend to you. There are availability of certain things you can get. There are benefits, as it were. And then if you have the social status to earn it, people are also earning. And I don't know what the Nigerian government is doing for the Nigerian people. All you are hearing, but this is a new year, for example, and there's so much broadcast that has been released, yet no single effect of quality of governance or quality of people's life. And there are people who say we should shut up our mouth. The man, when is he going to work? A couple of months time, it will be 2 years in office. He didn't tell us this when he was. Of course, he didn't say so much, but did he even say at any point that it was going to be this bad? It's terrible, you know. Of course, we cannot talk because there is a gang of Agberos and touts who are defending the government. When we talk, they are all around, whether they are of any tribe or any religion. But the fact that these guys are just. I saw one idiot speaking on behalf of the APC warning Peter Obi. If that guy was alive, I was in this country before APC took over Jonathan's government, and he still went to do that video, God will punish you. Because you have to be a baby. And I speak to some persons on social media, and I say, you have to not be alive. Some of us had gone through school, had first and second degree, and then exposed enough to have been able to see what it was about Jonathan's government before APC took over. So there are a lot of things that these guys are saying in public place, and then you just laugh to say, oh, really? You mean what they talk so? Are you JJC? You just came? They just born yesterday. Accept that too. Accept that. Painful, you know. Painful. And there are many millions of people like this. Millions. And then you say you are making progress. Woe betide all of you.